Hello everyone, a very good evening. Welcome to the CAIIB Foundation July 2025 series for the BRBL paper. And today we'll be discussing the Unit 31 from our Module D, which is the Right to Information Act, a very important act from which we have been seeing questions continuously in all the examinations. Also, very easy as well, right? So, basically, the general public of the nation has been provided this right by the government that they can seek information from the public authorities. Let us see what all are the provisions under the act. So, the Right to Information Act was enacted when? In the year 2005. Why? To provide for setting out the practical regime of right to information for the citizens to secure access to information under the control of public authorities in order to promote transparency and accountability. So, if I want to have any information regarding a policy or any norm, I can seek that information by sending an application to the required officer and I will be given that information until and unless it is something which is not allowed by law. All right. So, the aim of the act is to reduce corruption and holding of the governments and instrumentalities accountable to the governed by providing access to information. Also, it creates an effective machinery for the implementation of the act. So, if we talk about the implementation, it extends to the whole of India with effect from 31st of 2019. From 2019, it extends to the whole of India. The provisions relate to the obligation of the public authorities, designation of the public information officers and assistant public information officers. So there is the Central Information Commission which is constituted, and we also have the State Information Commission under which appointed public information officers and the assistant public information officers have to provide information sought by the citizens, right? Then the non-applicability of the act to certain organizations and the power to make rules came into force on 15th June 2005. The remaining provisions were made effective after 120 days, that is from 12th of October 2005. So right when it was enacted, all the provisions did not come into force. The provisions that came into force were the obligations of the public authority, the designation of the PIO and the assistant PIOs, the Central Information Commission, State Information Commission, and the non applicability and powers to make rules. These came into force on 15th of June 2005. Remaining came into force on 12th of October 2005. And when this act came into force, that is on 12th of October 2005, the Freedom of Information Act 2002 was repealed. This is also an important point. The Right to Information Act repealed which former act? The Freedom of Information Act of 2002. Now, there are certain definitions and provisions given. Which authorities are considered the public authorities from which citizens can seek any information? All public sector banks and other institutions which are owned and controlled by the government are public authorities and are required to comply with the provisions. So, the public authority information that they have to provide if any citizen asks for the particulars of the organization, functions, duties, powers of its officers and employees, the procedure followed in the decision making process, including channels of supervision and accountability, the norms set by it for the discharge of its functions, the rules, regulations, instructions, manuals, records which are held by it or under its control or used by its employees for discharging its functions. So these are the different informations that the citizens of India that the public they can ask or seek for. So simply they can write the application to the PIOs and seek this information. Then if we talk about the definitions, so appropriate government can be either the central government or the state government. We are talking about the public authority here. Central government is the appropriate authority if the concerned public authority is established, constituted, owned, controlled, or substantially financed by the central government or the union territory. So any company, any public authority which is under the supervision, monitoring, and it is established or financed by the central government or the union territory government. Then the public authority will be termed as the central government. And if any public authority is established, constituted, owned, controlled, or financed by funds directly or indirectly by the state government, then we are referring to the appropriate government as the state government. So whether we are talking about the central government or the state government will depend upon the concerned public authority, whether it is under the central or the state government. Then we have the Central Public Information Officer. So it means the officer designated by the public authority, and it also includes the Central Assistant Public Information Officer. Information can be any material information in any form, including records, documents, memos, emails, opinions, advices, press release. So I can seek information on anything, any notice that has been released by the authority, any emails that have been made public, any advices or press releases, reports, papers, samples, data material in electronic or physical form, anything. Anything that can be accessed by a public authority under any law for the time being in force will come under the information or the definition of information. Anything that can be publicly accessed or the public authority can access, the citizens or the public will also have an access, right? Then if we talk about public authority, so it refers to any body or institution of self government. It has to be established by or under the constitution. There are many councils which are established under the constitution, or any body made by law of the parliament, made by the state legislature, issued or made by the appropriate government notification. Again, it can be owned, controlled, substantially financed by either the central government or the state government. Even the NGOs, any non government organization, if it is substantially financed directly or indirectly by the central government or the state government, it will also be included under the definition of public authority. And when we are referring to the public authority, here we can seek any information, right? So, right of information basically means that we have the right to inspection of the work, documents, or records of the public authority. We can take notes, extracts, or certified copies of documents or records, taking certified samples of material, obtaining information in the form of discs or floppies, tapes, video cassettes, or any other electronic mode, which is stored in computers or in other devices, right? And the State Information Commission means the State Information Commission constituted by the state government, Central Information Commission constituted by the central government, and State Information Commission which is constituted by the state government. And that is all. So simply the citizens they have the right to access information from the public authorities. We can go on the RTI portal to search for any information about the public authorities, or we can also submit an RTI request online, or we can contact the help desk for the queries or any feedback, right? So this is what the act is all about. Now, if you want to study this act and other acts, any chapters, the complete syllabus in detail, you can join the CAIIB Super Elite Plan, which is the all-in-one plan. You'll get everything here, from live classes to the mock tests and downloadable notes, everything under one plan. And if you join the course now, you can use the code SHIV, which is the Shivratri success sale, and obtain 52% off on your subscription. The sale ends on 27th of February, so join the course now, avail the benefit, and I will see you in the classes. That is all for today. Make sure that you like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any doubts, any queries, put them down in the live chat in the comment box and I will answer all of those queries. So thank you so much. You can download the PDF from the link given in the description box. Thank you and all the